And here's how I got people to the next level, okay? Now, all of you aren't going to do this, but you missed this trick. I'm telling you something. The ones that are in the Chairman's Club and so on, they are used to doing this, okay? And this was a very big trick that I had going in the very beginning, and that was using promotion. In order for promotion to work, write this down. You have to have a lot of stuff happening underneath you for promotion to work. Doesn't have to be huge, but you got to have some people. You don't got any people, you got no promotion, okay? So the promotion started for me right when I started the company. I didn't wait around till I was president, team member, chairman's club member, and all that kind of stuff. All I did was this, and we'll go through this fast because probably going to drop on a number of your heads, and then you just use the company promotions, okay? But there are distinct promotions that I used in the beginning. Like, for instance, Leslie said, you've got to come up here to Canada. You have to be up here, and we just need you to do the supervisor school. And I said, well, let me tell you something, Leslie. Here's what I need from you. Now, remember something. This was like, what, 8 months in business or something like that. I don't got much money, because you've got to remember something here about Mark Hughes. Mark Hughes was doing everything, okay? I didn't have to operate like you guys did and stick money in my pocket. The money I got was partly to do two things. I had to put money in the company to make sure that if anything went wrong, everybody was going to get paid, because that was one thing that was never going to happen to me, okay? I got burnt by the other companies. My people, they were always going to get paid on time every month on the 15th period, okay? So I had to save money for the company, so I had stuff for the royalty department. I had to save money to start making the building look better. I had to have extra money to start investing into making the cellulose product, okay, which was our second product that came out. I had to have money to get my very first suit, okay, to make me look a little bit better so that I started to match the pitch and stuff like that. So there was a lot of differences. I kept putting money back into the company. I couldn't be like you guys and stuff like that and just put it all in my pocket. I had to make sure that Herbalife was going to be this big, stable rock, okay, a pillar that we could always lean on. So on promotion, what I did with Leslie is I said, well, listen, Leslie, here's what I need out of you. I need 100 people in the meeting, and you do $20,000 worth of volume, and I'll come up. Now, the 100 people was important, but the 20,000 volume was even more important, because 5% of 20,000, okay, first of all, got her a lot of business, okay? Nobody did $20,000 worth of business before in the company, but the main reason was 5% of 20,000 gave me $1,000. That was very important. That paid for my airplane ticket up, paid for my hotel bill, and got me back. So this was not about her really doing 20,000. This was really about me being able to afford to go up. I had no money for this kind of stuff, you know, understand? I had to have the bank account over here. All right, so when I'm doing a promotion, and you can do these deals all the way from a little dinner that goes on with your little local group. Okay, I always had to have a volume that once I got my check, okay, let's say I got $10,000 from one of my downline. That made me $500, okay? So I would look at the people in my group, and I would normally invest 1/4 of the $500, okay, that I would pay out to get this guy to do extra volume. In other words, let's say this person is a person that's been doing $5,000 a month every single month. So I would say to them, listen, do $10,000 this month, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you an extra $150, okay, out of my check if you do that $10,000. Now you understand that what's happened here is a couple of things. Number one, the $150 got this guy to do $10,000. You made another $150 that you weren't going to make any way. Write that down. You weren't going to make that money because you would have been doing $5,000. Now you got them doing $10,000, and it's not the $150 that you paid out, it's the extra $150 that you made. And not only that, guess what? The people that tried to get to $10,000, you make it on them too because they didn't get there. And you didn't have to pay any money out for that one. And so here's the reason I do this. I try to get this guy to the next level. So I'm trying to get him 10, 10, 10 so he can come back here to here. The only time that I break this rule of going up to sometimes maybe a half of how much I make, okay? And this is an important one to hear. The only time I'll ever spend more than a fourth of my money from what I get on my royalties is if my person is going to get from the world team to get team. Because here's the reason I would do that. It would be okay for me to spend half of my royalty, and it's only on that one guy, by the way. Okay, so you got all these other people. But on this case, I would do it because of two things. If they get the get team, what do they have to do from now on? $5,000. So now I got them to the next level. I only paid them one check one time, but I'm now making an extra amount of money on them, another $125, okay, every single month for how long? Ever, until they get to the next level. Now here's the other time I would do it. If it got him to do something that would get me to the next level. So I want to do that one more time because if you guys sink in on this, and a lot of you, especially in the back of the room, I mean, you can start doing this with simple things like someone who does 5,000, they don't quite do the 10. Let me tell you, dinner in a limo, unbelievable. Dinner in a limo. They come back, it's probably the only dinner in a limo they've ever had in their entire life, and now the next month you get them going for 10,000 to go for the 10, 10, 10, or maybe it's a promotion that goes along with something else. But here's what it's always got to be. And write this down. Don't ever have it be the same volume that they're used to doing. It has to be more. If a guy's doing 10, he's got to do 15. If you got a guy doing 5, he's got to do 10. If you put together a promotion where maybe they get a little pin or something like that and they're doing 1,000, they got to do 2,000. And you guys can all make up these promotions of your own. Little buttons work, I see, some groups have the baseball caps that we've seen before, little pins, something else before they get the company pins. And this is what took from my hot group, when I went back to them, all I did was put these hot promotions on them, and here's what happened. They did outrageous volumes that they normally wouldn't do because it wasn't regular circumstances. When I did the Hughes for Cruise boat, okay, I had to pay $2.5 million for that boat. When I sprung it on my accountant that I was going to spend $2.5 million on this boat, he said, Hughes, you have finally flipped out, okay? You are over the top, man. There's no way we're going to fill up this boat with all these people. I said, let me tell you something. As soon as I write this check, we are going to fill out that boat, okay, because we got to do it, right? And what did we do? We filled up that boat, man. We filled up that boat. That was one of my bigger promotions. We did $180 million on that deal. Okay, just one more comment here, and then we're going to end up today. I want to talk about the job of a sponsor. Okay, job of a sponsor. And this is a very important thing because you're there to help and to tell, and you're there to show them, and you're there to get them to try it until they know how to do it on their own. And you're continuing to do this process with them, and then once you do it with them, you do it with their downline, And then here's what happens when you do this downline thing. You have them do the products, and you do the marketing plan. And then on the next level, when you go down there, you have the person do the, you do the products, they do the marketing plan, and now they got both down. And then when you go down below that, you have them do everything, and then you just come out and tell your testimonial and so on. So now you got the person who not only knows how to run the ad, you know how the person's going to do it, you know what they're going to say, you know what's going to happen in their meetings. Now they're ready to do everything. And you have to do that with everything. Showing them how to do a meeting is very important. You tell the Mark Hughes story, write that down. You tell products, testimonials, marketing plan, testimonials. Give me the check. That's it. That's it. Now, who is giving the meeting the most? Not the person coming up on stage. Don't make this mistake that you're only going to put the movie stars on stage. That's not your job. Your job is to get lots of people into the company, and as soon as you have anybody that can talk at all, now I had a criteria. They all had to be making some money. But as soon as they could talk at all, okay, they're on the stage and they got to give the meeting. Okay? I never forget when I told Jerry, you got to do the meeting. She said, oh, God, please, Mark, don't let me do that stupid meeting. Oh, no, I can't do it. I said, Jerry, you're doing the meeting tonight. I am going to introduce you. Good luck. Okay? She already knew how to do the products. She already knew how to do the marketing plan. Let me tell you something. She had that $2 silk dress on, and she was shaking like this and stuff like that. She had sweat stains all over it and stuff like that. It was just pathetic. Okay? But at the end, she said, I made $3,000 a month, and I don't know all that stuff about all the rest of it, but good luck, and I know you're all going to get rich. Goodbye. But the key thing, you know what? I brought my best guy to that meeting, okay? And the reason I didn't do the meeting is this guy saw me in the other company before, and he already knew I could do a big meeting. So I put Jerry up there, and Jerry was, we got the weight stuff. Stand up. And then she get to the marketing plan. You know, we have these squares and circles and people and volume and stand up. And then, at the end of the audience did the right thing. They cheered and they clapped and they went crazy for the weight loss and the money and all that stuff. And she says, oh, I'm just a school teacher, but I made $3,000 and I'm so happy. It's just unbelievable. And do real good. And everybody went, oh, this friend of mine, I'm sitting next to him. He's my best guy, right? He goes, oh, man, I thought I was going to get rich before, but after this presentation, I'm really going to get rich. And so that's nothing to say bad about Jerry. What I'm saying is I dropped Jerry up there before she was really ready. Hey, they can do it. They can do it. If you can do it, they can do it. All of us came from probably a lot more miserable circumstances. Get them up. As long as you guys keep taking the stardom from the show, the more people are going to start thinking it's because of you, not the products. So you got to have as many people doing the business with different people and different eyes and different faces all month long. So you need to get yourself a schedule at the beginning. We always had a group meeting at the beginning of the month. Jerry's going to do it this Tuesday night. Doug's going to do it this time. John's going to do it on this one. Bop. So Dennis was going to do it on this one. So they all knew so they could prepare. But everybody got to see a different face. And guess what we did after every single meeting? Man, you're not even going to believe what's going to happen on Tuesday night. Jerry Svetanovich, the star of the company, is going to be here. And you got to bring everybody down there because I'm telling you, when Jerry does the meeting, everybody signs up. Then guess what we did on the end of Jerry's meeting? Man, let me tell you, are you guys in for a surprise? We got Dennis Dowdell coming down to do the meeting, man. And I'm telling you, when Dennis comes, every single person signs up, man. So you better bring everybody that you know. On Saturday, you know what we do? Listen, man, we got Frank Lutz, the most unbelievable person that has ever joined the company. He's a businessman, man. He's going to show you so many tricks. It's just going to be unbelievable. Everybody's going to make it. It's just unbelievable. Got to be here on Saturday's training. It's going to be amazing. Guess how long we did that? 20 years.